Okay, this is the entrance to the parking lot. There are 5 spaces and handicap, and then there's a few more up there. But you either get lucky or you come really early. And Highway 1 is passing right by here, and to the left is where we start the trail. And here is 5601 Coastal Highway North access. Doesn't look like a trail. By the way, this is my first time coming here, so I'm exploring as you are. And here is Highway 1, and this is where we start. The name for this one is kind of long. I will type it out on the screen. It's a beautiful day today, beginning of March 2026, and the trail is called Arroyo Middle Ridge Bluff South Ridge Trail Loop. It's a mouthful. And we're gonna start going over there, going up, getting away from the traffic a little bit. And the sign says, "Welcome to Pedro Point Headlands." So this is where we're gonna go to see Pedro Point in Pacifica, California. It's like 5 minutes south of Morro Point, where I went a month ago, which you could see one of the video in my list. And we start off with a small little climb, nothing serious. Once you come up here, you get a nice little view of the valley down there. This is a 2.7 mile loop, so it's not, and it's moderate, it says. And I guess we see people coming down from up there. Let's see, we have options. What do we got? I guess we can go to the right. Please stay on trail. Arroyo. I get this one says Arroyo Trail to the right. To Pacifica's to the right. Restorations, progress. And which one do we have here? We got the South Ridge to Devil's Slide. I think we're going up for the South Ridge Trail. I just checked all trail. This is sort of the coming back part of the loop. I could have gone the other way, but we'll just reverse the loop according to the map. No biggie. That's a nice little climb up there. All the way up. You get a little see of the Highway 1 entering the tunnel. Yeah, people. Well, I have a question for all of you guys. Why do you hike? Or in this case, why do I hike? Let's answer this question for me. Well, there are many factors, I guess, for me. Probably the first one is that I like nature. I think it's a big factor. And the second part probably is mental. It clears your head. I'm sorry, I'm climbing as we speak It's a little bit steep here, this section. And you can see that's level, and that's the steepness. And down there's where we were just earlier. Well, it's a great way to clear your head, to stop to take a picture. Well, I was saying about mental. Well, it's a good way to, anyway, as far as mental, there's people that are tight. So, going on a hike is a good way to clear your head of whatever's there and ground you to literally ground. What's at present, you know, focus on. Oh, look at some of those trees, so pretty. Again, to clear your head of whatever's there. Good way to just focus on the moment and so forth. Well, the climb continued to be pretty good. We're almost at the top though. Anyway, as you guys all know, that I recently got divorced and moved away 600 miles away from my kids. So that's always been on my mind. This is a good way to get away from that mentally, just for a little bit, and get some exercise, enjoy nature, enjoy this beautiful God created world. Well, some of you guys may not agree with that part, but whatever you believe is, I respect that. I thought it was gonna end soon, but it's still climbing. But it's very nice. Anyway, so, you know, it's really hard feeling that sense of loss, and it's gonna take time to recover, and this helps to get away from that mentally. So, you know, hiking is great for that. And comment below why you go hiking, for what reasons. It continues. I think there's sight to the top pretty soon. And it's pet friendly. Well, I think the climbing's almost to the top here soon. I think we're near the top. There's a little trail to the left. I'll see if we're allowed to go or not. Let's see what the sign says, whether there's a path. Okay. Habitat restoration in progress. Please do not disturb unauthorized trails. Close. So we'll head back. Whoa, you can see the ocean, Pacific Ocean over here, guys. That would have taken us over there. That would have been cool. And way out there is Pacifica. Those rocks right there is Maury Point, where I hiked it and I filmed it on the video. So you should take a look at that one. And that's Highway 1. And trail continues that way. All right, we'll continue with the trail. And you can see what a wonderful view up here it is. And we haven't even gotten to the edge yet. Hiking is great for exploring things, places. You get exercise, get healthy on top of it. Oh, nice. Okay, after all the climbing, you get to enjoy the little bit of downhill, but go slow, and a little bit of sandy, lower pebbles, so you don't want to slip here. And that's a nice tree there.
Day for the birthday weekend for me? Or I have 7 days.
Oh wow, look at that little spot. You get to sit and enjoy the view. So we have to do this. This is the view sitting here. What a wonderful view. That wonderful stop there. We get to continue. Pick up a few steps just to show you there's a royal trail to the right. Bluff Trail is where we want to go. I get to come to another edge view. Oh wow, look at that. There's not that many people here today. It's a Sunday and it's not bad. Second little climb, very short. And I guess we're gonna go to the left, the Bluff Trails. I think we're gonna return to the middle ridge over there. Let's see what the edge brings us. We're off trail a little bit here. I'll follow this worn trail, see where we go. Whoa. Ooh. Wow. What a glorious view. Not a speck of cloud. Well, there's one. But, oh. Cute. Another little detour to see what the view is like from this side. You know, I forgot to mention one other thing that I love hiking out in nature is because I love landscape. I love landscape photography. So this is the view on this side. You can see the Pacifica. Right, continue going back on the trail. All right, here we go, and we're going down, and you see it, that's where we headed all the way over there. It's a little bit of gravel, little bit of gravel here, so be careful going down slow. All right, one little trick I'm sure you guys all know: when you go down steep slope, you either zigzag slowly or do you go down sideways using your foot perpendicular to the trail so that you can have better braking or stopping or gripping. So there you go. All right, and it's a little bit steep there, and it gets much leveling out here. All right, I think just a little bit of climb here going up there. I like the pace of this trail. You get a little bit of workout, you got a little relaxation, and you work out again. You see that crow up there? It's so cool. All right, we came from over there. It's a nice little bit of a steep hill here. I think we almost made it to the top, but now another outlook. Wow. I think we're near the top, and then we're gonna go down to the left there. .360 view. Wow, look at that beach over there. So pretty. I think that might be a whale. Or just a rock, who knows? Continuing, I'm not sure this is the official trail, but here we go. I'm not sure if this is the official trail. There's no more trail going that way, but I see people there. So I am gonna try. You have to be very careful here. It's not an official trail, and gotta bushwhack through this. So walk carefully. Okay, I found a little bit better path. Again, it's very steep, so go very slow if you want to venture there. I think I made it through the little. Take a look. Do you see a trail? Not really. But we made it through. There's a little bit of side viewpoints where people made over the years. But I'm following the worn path. Wow, look at that. Alrighty, just be careful. The trail is right next to the edge. This is why this is not an official one. Oh no, look at okay. Wow, look at this. Well, it would have been nice to brought my hiking poles, but didn't think I needed. Look at that little cove there, some houses right there. That's so cool. Oh, wow. There's a lot more to go. I'm not sure if I'm going all the way over there, but we'll see. Be very careful, very steep, very careful. That guy's so cool, and his dog over there. Wish my dogs would do that. So this is the area where not part of the trail. So I got you some exclusive view. Look at that. All right. You can see Highway 1 over there. Pacifica up here, barely visible. That is the coolest place to live. And that's the end of the trail down there. I don't think I'm gonna go any further. All right, we're gonna head back. I'm gonna show less of this until I get up to the main trail. It's gonna focus on being safe, get through this section until we get up there. I safely made it up here. Now we just need a bushwhack all the way up back there. So from that, you come over and then you take the little side trail all the way down there. And I started from up here and going to the right instead of going to the left here, which would have been a little bit easier. All right, well, we're starting to head back. So came from that direction, so I'm gonna have to go probably to the left to finish the loop. Okay, well, that wasn't the path I needed to go. I need to go back to the top and go back where I came from and then turn off later on. So you would like to have a map if you want to do the first circle or just follow the way you came. So we have to go back out there. I made it back up to here. I'm all the way over there. That's a little steep hill. So to reverse back to this. Okay. So earlier we came out, we went to the Bluff Trail. Now we're gonna go to the middle ridge. That's part of the trail name. Going back, circling the whole loop. Going to the left when you come to this point. Instead of the right is where we came up from. Left is where we gonna circle back. So far, pretty easy. All downhill from here, I guess. There's that crow that was on a tree, I guess. What? Habitat restoration, please do not disturb. I guess I have to go back the way I came. And the crow is the sign here, do not go. Yeah, it was the guy on the tree earlier. Back down where we came. All right, well, one way in, one way out. All right, back up that, climb that little hill. It was a little bit tough coming down. Hopefully easier going up since it's not so bad. Last look at the view before we not gonna be able to see it as well. The descent. You see the highway 1 over there again? No, the long descent. Oh, we're almost there. All right, we made it all the way down. And then over there, we'll make it right. We'll get down to the Highway 1 and parking lot. Okay, last bit. All right, we made it. Okay, into the parking lot. Okay, finished. Hour and 45 minutes it says. 3 miles. I'm sure I took longer than it should be, but I explored. And it was nice to go all the way to the Pedro point over there. So if you could do it, do it.